The alien predators came to kill humans. But humans preyed on them beginning. The hunters arrive. Space had always been dangerous. Hostile worlds, strange anomalies, unexpected cosmic threats. But nothing was more feared than the Virac swarm, the galaxy's apex predators. They were not conquerors. They were not tyrants. They were hunters. The Virac existed for one purpose: to find the strongest prey and devour it. Their bodies were razor-edged bone and sinew. Their senses sharper than any known predator. Their packs moved like storms of living blades. They consumed entire civilizations not for resources, but for the challenge of the hunt. For centuries, the Virac circled the edges of known space, picking off isolated settlements, testing species from afar. No one survived their attacks. No one escaped the hunt. No one ever fought back. Until they found humanity. It started as a whisper among galactic traders. The Virac are heading for Sol. Most species panicked. Humanity, however, simply raised an eyebrow. Earth's diplomats attempted to warn the Virac, sending automated beacons. Approach will be treated as hostile. Do not enter human space. This is your only warning. The Virac tore the beacons apart. Their war leader, High Huntsman Scarvok, broadcast to the galaxy. We have found a new prey world. A loud one. A defiant one. Humans will make an excellent final trophy. The galaxy mourned. They believed humanity would fall within hours. But the Virac had made one fatal mistake. Humanity wasn't prey. Humanity was the reason predators learned fear. The first contact. The ambush that failed. The Virac swarm entered the Sol system silently, burrowed in the darkness between stars. Their ships weren't metal. They were grown organic hive vessels with serrated hulls and bone spike cannons. The swarm expected to find Earth undefended. Instead, the moment they crossed into Mars' orbit, their sensors were blinded. Not by weapons. Not by jamming. But by thousands of satellites, each flashing a single message. Run. The Virac laughed. Humans, they decided, were arrogant, naive, amusing. Scarvok himself commanded the assault. Destroy Mars. Begin the harvest. His ships moved in. They approached Martian orbit. And then humanity struck. A single whisper of a railgun round, silent, invisible, faster than thought, punched straight through a Virac battleship. The swarm froze in confusion. Railguns were common. But this wasn't a normal railgun shot. This slug had been accelerated by a weapon the Virac had never encountered before. A planet piercer. Humanity had built only 5, each capable of punching through moons. The Virac hadn't expected ranged combat this strong. Identify the weapon. Scarvok roared. We cannot, Virac analysts said. Because it wasn't coming from a ship. It wasn't coming from a station. It came from beneath the Martian soil. A hidden bunker system designed for exactly this moment. And the second shot tore another hive vessel apart. The Virac screeched in rage. Humans weren't running. Humans were hunting back. The predators find their match. Scarvok ordered his troops planetside. His warriors were 15 feet tall, covered in blade-like armor, mouths lined with serrated teeth. They had never failed an assault. They landed on Mars expecting chaos. Instead, Mars was empty. Silent. Dead. A ghost world. The Virac spread out, scanning for life. Nothing. A sound echoed across the dunes. A tiny metallic click. Scarvok froze. His instincts screamed danger. Then the sand beneath one of his warriors exploded. A claymore charge buried beneath the soil. The warrior was torn in half. Snipers opened fire. Bullets designed to pierce Virac bone armor hit with surgical precision. From the ridges of Olympus Mons, human marines emerged wearing adaptive camouflage, cloaks shifting colors like desert mirages. They didn't shout. They didn't roar. They didn't posture. They moved as shadows. Silent. Efficient. deadly. And for the first time in centuries, the Virak felt something unfamiliar. They were prey. The middle, the shattering of the swarm hunters become hunted. The Virak tried to regroup. But Earth had prepared. Humanity's Defense Directorate had predicted the Virak's hunting strategy decades ago. Humans had spent years studying their victims, analyzing swarm tactics, examining the biological structure of their hive ships. They built strategies and weapons specifically to break the Virak. And now they used them. The Virak were ambushed. Corridors filled with superheated steam traps. Antimatter landmines destroyed their supply pods. Tactical drones flew silently in the dark, mapping Virak movements. The Virak depended on biological senses: heat, sound, pheromones. Humanity exploited all of them. They built pheromone scramblers, heat cloaks, silent magnetic locomotion suits. Scarvok's forces were blinded. "We have become prey," one Virak lieutenant whispered. "No," Scarvok growled. "We adapt. We hunt." But the hunters were being dissected piece by piece. Humanity unsheathes its fangs. After 48 hours of skirmishes, humanity deployed its elite units. The Night Reapers. Not Marines. Not Special Forces. Not assassins. Something far worse. They were veterans from Deathworld colonies, harsh planets like Cinder 7, Glacius Prime, and the jungles of Ares Delta. Humans who survived those worlds learned to hunt monsters far deadlier than anything in the core worlds. They lived by one rule. If something tries to kill you, kill it first, kill it faster. Night Reapers had no fear. Their armor was matte black. Their helmets had crimson visors. Their weapons were silent rail carbines. The Reapers infiltrated Virak hive ships, planting micronukes in energy chambers, slicing through Virak warriors with monoblades. They left calling cards behind. Small metal tags reading, "Not prey." Scarvok's rage became desperation. The failed counterattack. Enraged, the Virak launched a full swarm assault on Earth. Every surviving hive ship surged toward the blue planet. Billions across the galaxy held their breath. Earth activated the Aegis Array, a ring of orbital defense stations. The sky lit with beams of concentrated plasma. But Earth didn't fire at the swarm first. Instead, it projected an all-system broadcast. "Virak swarm, this is your only chance to retreat. You have attacked our colonies. You have targeted our civilians. We will not warn you again." Scarvok hissed at the screen. "Humans negotiate like prey. Destroy the planet." He didn't realize humanity wasn't negotiating. It was giving the Virak a chance to live. The swarm opened fire. And then, Earth disappeared. Not destroyed. Hidden. A planetary cloaking field, technology believed impossible, masked Earth's presence entirely. The Virak fired into empty space. Then humanity struck. Stealth cruisers decloaked inside the swarm formation, ships the Virak hadn't detected at all. Point-blank rail bursts ripped through hive hulls. EMP warheads shut down flight membranes. Magnetic grapplers latched onto Virak vessels, letting boarding teams storm inside. Scarvok watched his armada die in silence. This was not a battle. This was an execution. The final hunt. Scarvok versus humanity. Scarvok refused to flee. His pride would not allow it. He broadcast directly to Earth. "Humans, face me. Show me your apex warrior. Let us end this with honor." He expected a champion, perhaps a decorated general. Instead, Earth answered with someone unexpected. A human stepped onto the battlefield. Not a soldier. Not a super soldier. A woman wearing a simple combat exosuit. She introduced herself calmly. "Captain Arya Vale. Cinder 7 Ranger Corps." Scarvok snarled. "Only one. You insult me." "No," she replied. "You threaten my species. You hurt my people. You don't deserve more than one." Scarvok lunged. Arya moved like lightning. Cinder 7 gravity had forged her bones dense as steel. Her muscles worked in 1.9G environment. Her reflexes sharpened by surviving megafauna that hunted by telepathic shockwaves. She dodged every slash, every charge, every roar. And then she shot Scarvok through the knee with a magnetic flechette. He roared. She didn't flinch. On my homeworld, she said, circling him, we were hunted too. But we learned something. Predators get predictable. She dodged another strike and fired again, hitting the exposed joint beneath his armor. Scarvok fell. Humiliated. Defeated. Terrified. You are not prey, he gasped. No, Arya said softly. But you're not a hunter. Not anymore. She raised her blade. And ended the High Huntsman. The ending, the swarm breaks. With Scarvok dead, the entire Virak swarm screamed in psychic agony, their hive mind fracturing. Humanity didn't press the attack. Instead, they transmitted one final message. You wanted the galaxy to fear your hunt. Instead, they will fear ours. Your reign ends today. The remaining Virak fled into deep space. Some were hunted down. Some surrendered. Some hid in dark corners of the galaxy. But they never attacked humans again. In fact, centuries later, Virak stories still warn their young. Beware the humans. They are the only prey that hunts back. The legacy, the galaxy remembers. In the aftermath, humanity gained a new reputation. Not tyrants. Not conquerors. Predators. Apex beings who hunted the hunters. Diplomats from across the galaxy visited Earth, pleading for alliances, protection, or simply understanding. They asked, how did humans defeat the swarm? Humanity gave the same answer every time. We aren't the strongest. We aren't the fastest. We aren't the toughest. But we are the most relentless. Hurt us once. And we never stop hunting you. Captain Arya Vale became a legend. A symbol. A warning. Human children across the colonies learned her words by heart. Predators break when prey refuses to run. And the Virak? They became a dying species. Not because humanity wiped them out, but because their entire culture was built on the belief that they were apex. Unchallenged. Untouchable. Humanity shattered that illusion. And in doing so, saved the galaxy from the scariest hunters it had ever known.